working tirelessly to forge new economic opportunities involving both the United States and many African nations. There's great economic potential in Africa, like few other places in many ways. In the long run, this will be far more effective and sustainable and beneficial than anything else that we can be doing together. I'm eager to work with each of you on your vital issues and also to discuss security.
Well, Paul Ejime is a global affairs analyst and a consultant on governance communication and joins us now live from London. Paul, thanks for your time. So what do you make of this overture then from Donald Trump to these 5 African nations? Is this really a bid to stave off China's influence?
So, Aaron, I mean, that is what it is. You know that Trump, presents himself as a deal maker, as a businessman. And then there is nothing in this meeting other than commercial, seeking what America and then himself can gain from there. Mauritania, Liberia, we put Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, and Gabon. These are countries with, very rich resources. And you will see that politically he has not gone to, if you are talking about Africa, let's face it. I mean, you should look at, there is the AU, African Union, there is all the regional economic communities, like ECOWAS and the CAS and all that, or SADC. Now, you could have met their leaders if actually you are looking for, collaboration between states or regions. But what he has done, he's cherry picking, looking at where there is business for him and for Africa, for America, in the name of America first. I think that is what it is. And unfortunately, African leaders, I don't think they have conducted themselves in glory. I mean, like all leaders that have met with President Trump, beginning with Zelensky of Ukraine, you saw how he treated him. And then the president of South Africa recently, Ramaphosa. And now, did you listen to the video asking one of them that, telling them that they speak good English, where did you learn English? Or even hurrying them up, telling them to hurry up because there are things to be done. These are your colleagues. And then at the same time, he was also, the question was his, fixation for, what is it called, the Nobel Prize. Asking their opinion. What do they think? What do they think about it? And some of them were just answering like school children. It's pathetic and condescending, if you ask me.
Yes, you're referring to the Liberian president who was asked by Donald Trump where he learned to speak English. And he said in Liberia, where it is the national language. I mean, that kind of ignorance of African countries, along with questioning if anyone knew, Lesotho. He said a country, nobody knew where that was. Donald Trump has showed arrogance or ignorance towards African countries. And as you say, this is purely about minerals and resources. So is there not growing suspicion about his leadership in Africa?
So that is the question. And then they are all lining up for what you call validation. Because otherwise, some of these leaders who don't have a reputation or they are not popular in their countries, but they are going outside to seek validation. And you talk about ignorance of leadership. How can a leader, by the way, Dr. Burakai is well-read, more educated than Trump. And here he was answering Trump, sir, when he was asked, where did you learn to speak good English? As if Trump knows English better than, anybody. It's pathetic. So, and here they are, even if you are going to a meeting, you go there with, be strategic. Be there to maximize the benefit. Even when you are meeting with somebody you know, they cannot claim they do not know the character, inconsistency of and they can be brash and rash. But why did you go there? When you are invited, I mean, is it out of fear? So it is not about Africa. It is not about development there. It is about Trump. Everything about Trump. Because how can you be asking them what they think about giving you a Nobel Peace Prize? You know, of all the things in the world, there is famine in Africa, there is debt. You have, stopped USAID from supporting. You have cut aid. You are even now putting tax on diaspora remittances to some of these countries. Something that has become a source of, a revenue for these countries. That is where Trump is going after. And then you are collecting their leaders to go now and then exploit and their minerals. Wow. And for how long will this continue? This is the second phase of colonialism.
Okay, Paul.
So it is not in the interest of Africa,
yes,
I can tell you.
Yes, he's a transactional president, so perhaps it should come as no surprise. Paul, thank you very much for joining us on the News Hour. Good to talk to you today.